Okay, Seven Colours Eatery was recently awarded for the best smelling dish and the most Insta-worthy dish.
Definitely best smelling from what we can smell here. Well, the brand celebrates traditional South African
I'm
food.
touching my stomach now. I'm sorry.
I know.
It's
that
tell
time
us
of
more
day.
is foodie and the founder of Seven Colours Eatery, Nolu Khanyo, or as people call it nowadays, Nolu Dubekele. Nolu, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning. Great to be here.
I mean, gee, I mean the look. I mean, you can see
And the
colours.
smell.
Yeah.
Stop it now.
It's because I'm so proud of the food that I grew up eating.
Yeah.
So this is basically just a celebration of who I am and the people that live around me. And I'm for diversity, so you'll find
All the
quite a
time.
Something
diverse.
for everyone.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
where does Seven Colours Eatery begin?
Well, basically, I live in Cape Town, so I started the brand simply because I was walking in the city and there was nothing that I could find in the city that I grew up eating and that I really, really enjoy. So I really wanted to start a brand that celebrates traditional South African food, but also accessible in the cities because I'm a rural girl and I don't live in the township.
So when we talk colors, I mean, seven colors, and we're always talking about the colors on a
Yes.
plate, and we
Yeah.
talk about what's healthy and what's good for you.
Yeah.
So it's all very natural looking from what I can see. So maybe you
Yes,
can talk
yes.
us through what you have here for us.
Yeah, and like another notion that is around traditional South African food is that it's unhealthy. And what I try and do is I try to be natural, simple ingredients, not overly processed. And that's what it is, because most people have used the seven color plate and they use extremely rich ingredients and dishes. So I've tried to balance this menu.
And not a lot of
And
meat, as
sometimes
we
can be
think,
very
yeah.
oily, but I don't
Yes,
see
and
Gumngqosho?
It's
Okay.
ngqosho with that thing. Yeah, it's just basically ngqosho, and it's just got a bit of coriander, and I just infused a bit of coconut just for
Oh,
the
nice.
smell.
Sorry,
Yeah.
what's this?
That one is amazimba, which is sorghum. So
Sorghum,
so
okay.
I grew up eating sorghum, but over the years, I'd say from the age of 6, it suddenly disappeared.
I thought it was just in beer. It went to all the beer. They put it in all the beer. That's what happened.
So I celebrate sorghum a lot because
pretty.
it's so good, high in antioxidant and not so refined.
Is this a chocolate?
I was just going to say,
Yes,
a very
that's
healthy
also
take.
chakalaka, not from the can, homemade
Yeah.
chakalaka.
Yeah, the real stuff.
And also the beans, we've just basically steamed the beans.
And the one bit of meat I can see, and we
Yes.
traditionally think South African food is a lot of meat. It's meat everywhere.
meat.
Red meat and...
If you talk about tradition, you'd be speaking of my grandmother. So she didn't grow up having meat. Meat
Yes.
was for celebration.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this is just because each and every seven color plate has to have some sort of meat dish. And this was my awarding smelling chicken kebab.
Actually,
so I
it's a
had to bring it.
misconception
Yeah.
that Africans in villages in the old days
Eat
used
a
to
lot of meat.
Yes.
Because the cattle was for
Affordability.
special occasions.
Yeah.
It was just a currency for lobola and stuff. You didn't just slaughter a cow, a goat,
And make a
every day,
burger. It didn't
or
happen.
chicken. You know, it was mostly on the veggie side.
And that's very cute. I'm going to say cute.
Yeah,
because
so that is umfino. So I grew up eating puff
Did you
and
use wild
spinach.
spinach?
Yeah, I used just normal spinach because I'm away from my kitchen. So
Okay.
I used just regular spinach
What
and
is
seasoned
this?
with some
What's
herbs.
in there?
And then the sauce is what we call ibisto, which is just
that?
a simple relish.
Oh, just the tomato.
onion.
relish.
So that's
yeah.
purely vegetarian.
Yes,
now, you know what I'm eyeing on this table,
Yes,
partner.
I know.
Yes, you
the
know,
sweet stuff.
The sweet stuff.
She's got a sweet tooth.
Yeah.
As you can
Okay,
tell.
this one.
So I spoke about my food being a bit diverse. I have friends all over South Africa, and one of them taught me how to make a cook sister. But what I basically do with a cook sister is I bake
That's
it.
a 7-star cook
yeah,
sister. I know. I'll take that.
yeah.
Thanks.
No, hold on. You'll have it later.
So I basically bake the cook sister, but because it's so sweet, I balance it with amasi,
that's
which is also a
lovely.
traditional
Nice.
dish. But those that really love
Amasi
sweet-
nompokok.
yeah. So those that really love sweet items, I've just provided a bit of.
And she made it healthy with almonds and berries.
Okay, you spoke about coming from village, you grew up in the rural areas, but you've traveled as well. You spent about 2 or so years overseas. and
Yes,
stuff.
I did.
Did you get any inspiration from those travels?
Yes, I did, because I just find whenever I go to these cities, they celebrate who they are. And you won't, if you, for instance, go to New York, you won't find American food. You'll just find food. So when I look at places like France. They're so proud of their dishes, and that's basically the inspiration that I got to just be who I am. And that's what people enjoy, and that's what people want.
And what are your plans then for Seven Colours?
Seven Colours, I'd really, really love to open my own spot so that people can experience this. At the moment, I just run private catering, and so I have different, like I do picnic baskets.
Nice.
And I do different events.
How do we find you?
You can find me on Instagram. It's 7colors_eatery, or Facebook. And also we can email us on 7colorseatery@gmail.com.
Are you based still in Cape Town? Or
I'm based in Cape Town, but I always call myself a mobile chef. So wherever you want me, I'm there.
Oh, wonderful.
Wonderful. We wish you well.
Thank you so much.
You see, I'm going to take this off your hands because I'm going to take that off your hands. It's never too early for dessert. Somewhere in the world, it's time for dessert.
I'm going to have umfino.
You can, he pretends he's going to want the dessert.
Now.
Yes, we can.
We still have some work to do.
Yeah, you can do the work.
I can do the work.
Yeah, you can do the work.
Okay,